Hulu is looking to buy propane and propane accessories from the best propane salesman this side of the Mississippi by bringing back King of the Hill for a 14th season. Between this and Beavis and Butthead's revival over on Paramount Plus, the little Mike Judge fanboy inside of me could not be happier. Before we talk more about this though, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more content on your favorite animated shows. Now let's talk a bit more about the Hills and how their boy just ain't right. Hulu is reviving King of the Hill from 20th Television Animation with co-creators Mike Judge and Greg Daniels set to return, as well as the beloved former cast. Judge will reprise his role as Hank Hill, while Kathy Najimy will be back as his wife Peggy, Stephen Root as Bill, Pamela Adlon as Bobby Hill, Johnny Hardwick as Dale, and Lauren Tom as Min. The reboot has been in the works since the 2017 San Francisco Sketchfest, where Judge and Daniels reconnected with the cast and celebrated the 20th anniversary of the old Fox animated show. Can we just take a second to praise Mike Judge? With so many great new animated shows just being canceled because apparently they only talk to a small audience on a big budget, it just feels like streaming services won't take a chance on something with potential. Reviving timeless shows like Beavis and Butthead, King of the Hill, and even Daria, it makes me really happy for Mike Judge for single-handedly saving animated comedy right now. Okay, that was a bit of an exaggeration, but come on, a lot of good shows are being canceled for no reason. I feel like King of the Hill can seamlessly come back too. It's oddly a perfect show to comment on the modern day through an objective lens, which you wouldn't expect from a show set in the suburbs of Texas. You know, America, the state, where everyone bleeds red, white, and blue. Everything's bigger in Texas, baby. The show works really well because it plays into your conservative expectations and subverts them with the constantly changing world around us. It's a great time to bring this beloved show back for some hilarious antics between Hank, Bobby, Peggy, and the rest of Arlen, Texas. But is the show's revival hurting the success of original shows that are already great? I see how it could be easy to simply say yes to this. Mike Judge is on fire right now with so many of his old shows getting a second life. And it does make you scratch your head and say, why does King of the Hill get a 14th season when Inside Job can't even finish its story? I don't blame Mike Judge or the creators of any successful animated show for the failures of up-and-comers though. The big thing Judge, Groening, McFarlane, and many other success stories need to do is keep pushing their shows into the limelight. The reason these up-and-coming shows keep dying off is because people aren't going nuts over animated comedy anymore. We're much more focused on the nostalgia of bringing back an old show. A lot of folks are watching these shows for nostalgia, which is a shame because some of these revivals are actually great just on their own. Beavis and Butthead, for instance, returned with a killer new movie and didn't just harp on what Do America did, but ended up being something fresh. The movie played with sci-fi concepts that mildly ribbed Rick and Morty, as well as implemented social commentary on how Beavis and Butthead have unfortunately been glorified over the years. The white privilege joke, for example, was very revealing and really made you think about the show in its entirety, for some who don't realize it's a parody. The new season on Paramount Plus is fun too because it doesn't just hit Control-C and then Control-V on what the show did in the past. In fact, I would go so far as to say that Beavis and Butthead should have never left. The new season feels seamless, having the titular characters comment on popular TikToks opposed to music videos, and features intriguing new storylines that don't feel sophomoric. There's one episode that just features Beavis, and it focuses on his obsession with fire. This is of course playing into the made-up controversy from the early days of the show that banned the character from making any fire-related quips. It's so interesting how a show about very, very stupid characters can actually be pretty thoughtful. These revivals are a good thing because if people keep watching them, networks and streaming services alike will give chances to more and more animated shows that could turn out to be even better than some of our favorites from childhood, like King of the Hill. As excited as I am to see Hank Hill on screen again saying something like, "Damn it, Bobby, what did I tell you about eating tampons?" I'm even more excited to have folks realize these shows are great not because they're like older or something, but because animated comedy is still funny and especially relevant. In a world where comedy shows and movies are dying out due to a fear of offending people, it's hopeful to see shows like this come back and feel like they never left. I expect nothing less from King of the Hill, and I hope to see it in other new shows, not driven by nostalgia in the future. Maybe these big streamers will soon realize that nostalgia will always just be a fad. Mike Judge seems to understand that because he isn't just continuing these shows with no direction. He's still putting out a good product, knowing very well that some people would still watch even if it sucked. Unfortunately, this isn't always the case though, and some shows get revived with this nostalgia element to them, and well, they just flat out suck. The recent Scooby-Doo revival is one of the worst underrated shows out there, but many people are watching it because it's Scooby-Doo related. It's a shame because that will probably get a season 2, even though the majority of people watching it were there just for the name. Streamers need to start focusing on pouring money into good stories and not just blindly giving cash to a continuation. Sure, they make money, but unfortunately not everyone is a great content making machine like how Mike Judge is. He is the exception because damn near everything the guy touches is gold. Give me back my stapler. Mike Judge deserves these revivals because he continuously makes them feel fresh and never rests on his laurels. We either need some more Mike Judges in the world or more original shows. It's a tried and true formula that Ted Sarandos and Greg Peters don't seem to really understand. Thankfully, Hulu gets it, having many original animated shows that kick ass as well as these fun revivals too. What do you all think about the King of the Hill revival and the constant cancellation of great up-and-coming adult animation? Leave me something about it in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching this new video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content on your favorite animated series. Go subscribe to my main page, Killjoy Jake, where I do updates on horror movies as well. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, Space Cowboy.